Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
Police Department, search warrant. Police Department, search warrant. Police Department, search warrant. Hit it.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Do it now! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! That's my mother, man. That's my mother. That's my mother.
Put that fucking gun there! Put the fucking gun there!
It's a BB gun. That's my mother, man. That's my mother.
Charlie 31 PD, shots fired, shots fired.
That's a BB gun. Shot? You killed my mother. Don't
Peter,
move.
we have an officer down, shots fired, we need help.
That's a BB gun. I'm alright, man. What the hell?
You okay, Steven? Cover that.
Please, hurry you to kill my mother. Don't move. Please, hurry you to kill my mother. Pull him out, pull him out, pull him out. Please, I don't have
Troy, you good, man? Where you shot at?
your face. Put your fucking hand on her body.
Hey, are you okay? Hey, come on. I got a trauma kit in my car.
I'm alright, man.
What the fuck, dude? You're shot in the face, man.
It was something. I don't know what I got shot with.
Let me see. Did you see her have the gun?
Yeah, I fucking saw her wanting a fucking gun. It looked like she shot Steven. And then I come back around to cover him and she pointed at me again, blam, and then I fucking shot.
Did you shoot her?
Yeah, I think so, man. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We got an ambulance coming?
Yeah, we got an ambulance coming.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
I have bandages and shit like that in my car. Okay.
Well,
you want me to run and get...
No, I'm cool right now. If I get lightheaded, I'll take.
Yeah, he got shot in the face.
I wouldn't lie to you. Please put that up, man. Hang on. Please, man, y'all kill my mama.
Bring up her first.
Hey, man, please. She didn't know. She was asleep, man. Go look at her.
Yeah.
Man, y'all killed my mother.
Yeah.
She was asleep, man.
She alright, Steven?
You killed my mama, dude. You killed my mother. She was asleep.
She shot me. Shut up.
I ain't shutting up. Shoot me. Hey, shoot me.
Yeah.
Come.
Yeah.
Shoot me. Fuck you, man. You killed my mother.
I got you.
Why did you do that, dude? Why did you do that?
He's gonna go in the car.
Which officer?
Why did you shoot my mama, man? You killed my mother.
Troy,
Please.
Troy.
Let me see my mother.
Come on.
Please let me see my mama. Man, don't hurt me. I got the bullet in my back, too.
Come on.
Oh, God. Let me see my mother. Please, man.
Body cam video shows cops kill grandma during raid over marijuana possession. Disturbing body camera footage was just released showing the moment police killed a grandmother in her home over a raid for marijuana. By Matt Agarist, January 31, 2018. Bartlesville, OK. Michael Anthony Livingston, 50, was suspected of selling a plant that is legal in some form in well over half the country. Because the other half of the country still violently and callously kidnaps, cages, and kills people for this plant, however, Livingston is in jail and his mother is now dead. The entire incident was captured on video and paints a disturbing picture of America's war on drugs. Geraldine Townsend, 72, was shot and killed earlier this month as a Bartlesville SWAT team executed a search warrant to bust Livingston for the alleged sale of marijuana. Body camera footage of the raid was released today. When the heavily armed and militarized men kicked in the door to their home, Townsend, likely not knowing who her home invaders were, picked up a pellet gun and fired off 2 pellets. A Bartlesville officer then shot and killed her. As the video shows, police did announce themselves. However, Townsend, who was asleep when the raid began, may not have believed they were the police or may not have heard them and chose to defend herself against her home invaders with a BB gun. While taking Livingston into custody, officers heard shots, and 2 officers were struck with some type of projectile, Bartlesville Police Captain Jay Hastings said. Despite knowing it was a BB gun because they were hit with the BBS, police opened fire on the elderly woman. Advertisement. In the disturbing video, we can hear Livingston, who was complying with officers and on the floor at the time, tell police that it is indeed a BB gun. However, police opened fire anyway. "You killed my mother, Livingston. It's a BB gun. Officer down," says one of the officers, referring to his fellow cop who was struck with a BB. The officers then go outside to check on their injuries, and the cop who took a BB to the face said he was fine. "Looks like she stopped and shot Steven, sick, and then I come back around to cover him and she pointed at me again and blam," the officer states in the video. "And then I fucking shot." When police enter the home again, Livingston is on the floor with an AR-15 to his head, pleading with them to help his dying mother. "She didn't know," Livingston said, suggesting that she had no idea it was police in her home. "She was asleep." "You killed my mother, man." Livingston yells several times at the police, to which the officer responds, "She shot me, shut up." Townsend was struck in the chest and later died at the hospital. Livingston, the subject of the search warrant, was arrested as he watched his mother get shot in the chest and bleed out on the floor of their home. As Tulsa World reported at the time, 4 officers had entered the house in the 1600 block of South Maple Avenue in Bartlesville to serve a drug-related search warrant when the shots were fired about 9:30 p.m. Wednesday. Livingston and the address were allegedly tied to the sale of drugs. One officer returned fire, striking Townsend in the upper body. Bartlesville police did not identify the officer who discharged a service weapon. Townsend allegedly shot one officer in the leg and another in the face with the pellet gun. Emergency responders transported Townsend and one officer she shot to a local hospital. Police initially said her condition appears to be critical. Townsend died there from her injuries, Hastings said. The investigation of the shooting has now been turned over to the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. As TFTP reported at the time, after the raid, the only drug recovered by police was marijuana. According to court records, Livingston was booked into the Washington County Jail on complaints of possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, possession of paraphernalia, possession of a firearm in commission of a felony, and possession of eavesdropping equipment. Because police killed his mother, an upset and distraught Livingston allegedly threatened to kill the officer who did it, so police tacked on another charge of threatening to perform an act of violence. While many people will justify the death of the 72-year-old woman by claiming that her son was breaking the law and she also broke the law when she fired at the officers in her house, it is important to examine the scenario objectively by looking at the morality of the situation versus the legality of it. Legality does not equal morality. If we look at the original charges brought against Livingston, not a single one of them involves a victim. Had this man actually harmed someone, rest assured it would have been listed. However, all of these charges stem from the sale of a plant. Had Livingston lived in Colorado, he could have had the potential to be considered a model citizen who is aiding the local economy by selling a plant that is revolutionizing the state. Instead, because he was in Oklahoma where marijuana is viciously attacked by drug warriors, he is sitting in a cage with a $500,000 bail and his mom is dead. This is what the drug war does. It turns entrepreneurs into criminals, puts cops in harm's way while turning them into home invaders, and kills otherwise entirely innocent grandmas who try to defend their home from would-be burglars. Every minute that this failed and immoral war continues is a travesty of justice and an insult to humanity. The time to end it is now.
County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is. As you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago. And so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me, and I'm sick of it. So I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if some, if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave a, let's say, actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt-free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.